What is up, YouTube? It's Kingfisher745, and welcome to the latest installment of Not Poor Man's PvP. This is where I take the most recent Poor Man's PvP team, and I recreate it with no restrictions. By the way, this team was given a name when it was used in all of its glory, and we came to refer to it as the Fist of Olympus. So shout out to Agent Snorri for that one. Now, one great thing when using Heroic Age Iron Fist is the fact that he has Praying Lotus. So with his Ferric Augmented ISO 8, you're going to give Rising Up buffs to your entire team. Even more importantly, you're going to prevent debuffs, and that's going to come in extremely handy against any non-Pestilence Beast team. Right away, the enemy agent uses the Weather Control Device and the Neuro Purge, and even follows that with the Deathly Freeze Ray. But as you're going to see, our entire team has no debuffs. Basically, in this situation, Praying Lotus was a complete lifesaver. Our team would have been severely hampered had we not had prevent debuffs. But since Hercules isn't exhausted, we're going to use Gift of Battle, and then we could try Call Him Down, but I'm actually going to go with the Rock of Ages on Doctor Strange. We've placed the Bursting AISO on Rock of Ages, so it does have Shield Breaker, and then it naturally reduces range damage by 40%. Both of those debuffs of course will help us against Doctor Strange. Then after protecting, we're going to counter. Plus, because of the Vengeful EISO, we gain an extra turn. This time we're going to attack Luke Cage, and we do have the Pulverizing AISO on our level 1, plus this ability naturally reduces melee damage by 40%. What can I say, Hercules is an incredible hero, especially on attack. But here's where our agent's setup change truly makes a difference. First of all, we now have a Quick Action Gadget Neurotrope that's going to help us with our Finest Hour buffs. Then we've equipped the Scroll of Agnazak, which on its first seal gives us Indomitable Spirit. This suppresses most effects that prevent and remove buffs. In our first battle, we're only using the Uther Pendragon, but in our next fight, we're going to switch that with the Eye on the Prize. In this setup, we're also using the Weather Control Device, which is a very powerful debuff quick action item. Then we are using the Tactician Empowered Uniform, and that's one to make the Scroll of Agnazak a quick action, of course because of the Quick Empowered ISO 8, and then we can give ourselves another action if needed in the second round. So there you have it, this would be my setup if there were no restrictions on this team. So now, let's see what the Uther Pendragon can do with a few of those Finest Hour buffs. By the way, it's also great because it grants Unstoppable so your agent cannot be stunned. And okay, we got right around an 8,000 damage hit, and that wasn't even a crit. So this weapon is definitely worth farming, and you can find it in Season 2, Chapter 7, Mission 1. Now on Iron Fist turn, we're going to go ahead and knock out Doctor Strange, and so only the enemy agent remains. It looks like they're going to use the Warm Zephyr, and then we get 3 attacks in a row, so they shouldn't make it past this round. We'll start our attacks with Hercules' Pancration Pummel, and then since they're going to try the counter, we hit them with a Combo Breaker. This is going to leave our agent to finish it with the Uther Pendragon, so let's see how much damage we can get this time. Here goes nothing. And we get just short of a 12,000 damage critical hit. So not a bad way to end that first fight, but now let's go ahead and switch in the Eye on the Prize. We are facing a unique team, I assume based on Chilled, and of course they're going to start with the Protective Shroud. But luckily my agent gets to go first, so we will use the Neurotrope, followed by the Fire Tornado, then the first seal of Agnazak, which not only gives us Indomitable Spirit, it also removes buffs. So say goodbye to that Protective Shroud. And also we don't have to worry about that Infiltrator agent, at least for now, because Iron Fist is going to stop them with the Combo Breaker. Then I just noticed they're using a blaster, so that's bad news for their team. We're going to hit them with the Eye on the Prize, and then we get a second turn, so we'll use it once again. As you can see, we were already granted Focused and Fortified because of our first use. Plus it grants us back stamina and HP every time we use it. So it's definitely not a bad weapon, and if you want to farm it, it's in Season 2, Chapter 7, Mission 6. I do have to admit I like the Uther Pendragon just a little bit more, and that weapon does seem to do higher numbers. By the way, this time Iron Fist was stunned or incapacitated, but he can still use the Heart of Sho Lao, and then Praying Lotus to prevent debuffs on our entire team. Once again, that's obviously going to come in handy, especially with the enemy agent to follow. In fact, they have the Weather Control Device, and they try using Fire Tornado. Without prevent debuffs, this would have exhausted our entire team. But instead, we get to use Gift of Battle and a Call Him Down. This ability is going to give Hercules strengthened, and it has a chance to stun the entire enemy team. While the enemy agent does have Relentless, so they can't be stunned, but Iceman and Storm don't. And honestly, that move's usually worth doing even if the enemy team can't be stunned. That is for the damage and the strengthen alone. But back to my agent, we're going to use the second seal, followed by the Fire Tornado. We're going to keep that enemy agent exhausted at least until they're dead. And then after that, we can go ahead and attack Iceman once again. We do have momentary advantage, but we're going to save it since we can get extra turns by attacking a blaster. Oh, and speaking of a dead enemy agent, our combo breaker does take them out. But now, let's go ahead and see if we can get a few more Finest Hour buffs from Eye on the Prize. And I'm really hoping we can get it to do more damage. Unfortunately, we still didn't get strengthened, so that's going to hurt our damage quite a bit. Still, we are going to hit Iceman and cause him to use Dead of Winter, so he comes back to life with around 2000 HP. Then after he wastes 9th Circle on our Hercules, we're going to use Iron Fist to take him down. Or actually, on second thought, we're going to hit Storm instead with that level 1. That way, with Hercules' turn, we can go ahead and finish her off. So we knock her down to 5788 HP, and now with a Rock of Ages, as long as it hits, we should get her. But of course it hits. The Scroll of Agnazak gave us Ethereal Strike, so we ignore avoidance effects. And so with our agent, we'll go ahead and finish this fight and the video with the Eye on the Prize. So there you have it, the bonus Not Poor Man's PvP setup video. I hope you enjoyed it as well as the regular episode, but if you didn't see that yet, you can click the video on your screen right now. That'll take you right to it. Lastly, thank you all for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, good luck and take care.